Alright everybody, so it seems technology has decided to start working for me. My internet is working, my phone is oriented right, and thank you guys so much that yesterday I hit 2,000 subscribers. And with that, I just kind of wanted to have some fun talking with you guys and probably start just kind of an ongoing tradition of Sunday afternoons, 3 o'clock Central, go ahead and doing live Q&A each and every week. Maybe some weeks I'll have some specific things I want to talk about, but really the big idea is just trying to have some way to interact back and forth with you guys and make this a little bit more interactive. Thank you guys so much that are already joining in live. Lego Batman, the movie guy. Thank you so much. And with that said, we're going to dive into you guys' questions. What is our first question that we got?
Austin Wilcutt asks, what are your thoughts on the new Predator film coming out next year by Shane Black? Could Arnold still come back as Dutch in a later sequel?
So, our first question is about the upcoming new The Predator movie from Shane Black, who has been a legendary writer-director of the last 30 years. Predator is one of my favorite movies of all time. I absolutely love the first Predator movie. I did review it on this channel almost a year ago. It's one of the first movies I actually reviewed on here. So they're doing another movie in this series, and since kind of the first one came out, the series has had a bit of a spotty track record of, like, the second one, I didn't care for it. Then they did the Alien vs. Predator movies, which they are what they are. They're not really my thing, but they're not terrible. I don't hate them or anything, but they're cheap, schlocky movies. And then Predators came out a few years ago, which I actually kind of liked. So what do I think about Shane Black doing a new one? I'm all for it. I'm very excited for it. I believe this will probably be the best sequel we've had for it yet, or whatever it is. They've kind of been pretty unclear as to exactly how it fits into the timeline, if it's a sequel or if it's just a reboot, reimagining. So I'm very excited about the Predator, Shane Black one. And the other part of the question is, do I think that Arnold Schwarzenegger could come back? Yeah, I think he could. If you look at what Arnold Schwarzenegger's been up to kind of through social media, it seems like he's kind of accepting his kind of place in the world, that he's probably not this big A-list star guy. And that's because he's 70 years old now. So he can't be the guy that he used to be, and he's not necessarily a great thespian to be a great actor. So the idea that he would then decide to be kind of more on political side of things and just doing some acting on the side makes sense. And so I think he's just kind of going, I mean, if they don't have the right role for me, why would I want to be in this Predator thing if it's just kind of this little wink at the audience or something like that? So he's probably waiting for a better type of role. So I'm all for it. I think Arnold could come back if they have a good reason for him to come back, and I don't think Arnold's going to want to come back unless they have a good part for him. So that's kind of my take on it, but I only have positive thoughts about it. Someone asked, why is there like a green light on my face? It's because I shoot everything in front of a green screen, and so that wall right there is normally behind me when I shoot my videos, and it's a green screen, and so then I have this mini setup over here, so I just rotate my stuff a little bit. But that means there's light on this wall next to me. Maybe if I turn this light off, it'll slightly diminish it a little bit, but that's why there's just this whole wall is green for my green screen. Next question.
Jay Vaders asks, what is your favorite and least favorite Keanu Reeves movie?
So favorite Keanu Reeves movie, a little bit tricky because he's got several that are pretty major for me. I mean, easy, obvious pick is The Matrix as my favorite Keanu Reeves movie, but I don't really consider that a Keanu Reeves movie. That's a movie that he's the lead in, but it's much more a Wachowski movie. The movie itself transcends the star of it the same way you wouldn't be like, oh, my favorite Harrison Ford movie is Star Wars. Well, he's a major part in Star Wars, but Star Wars is the star of Star Wars. So, Matrix would be my pick. But as for just strictly Keanu Reeves, probably Speed. Speed would be probably the one that I would go towards. Obviously, of his later career, John Wick, the first one, would be a great pick for that. For a different side for him, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. I mean, I'm a pretty big Keanu Reeves fan as just a guy that's entertaining on film. Not as a great thespian, per se, this amazing actor that's going to get Oscars. But as for, as for what he is, I think he brings what he's supposed to bring to the roles, and he commits. He's all in on these. As for my least favorite Keanu Reeves movie, Can you think of one? I mean,
Much Ado About Nothing.
Yeah, so that's what I actually was going to say. Is like it's a really good movie. Much Ado About Nothing. Kenneth Branagh's Much Ado About Nothing is a really great, fun, funny take. And you got Denzel Washington and Kenneth Branagh, obviously, and you've got Michael Keaton in there. But then you have Keanu Reeves, and he's horrible in it. So it's his worst performance, and it's the one that he just hurts the movie, where he's so miscast in the movie, and it's so outside of what he's good at that it's unbelievably distracting. So that's the one that comes to mind, but it's actually a good movie. So it's not like the worst movie, it's just the movie where he has the worst kind of role in it. So yeah, that'd be kind of my quick thoughts on it. Your take, favorite, and then if I bring The Matrix into it, The Matrix 3, Matrix Revolutions would be my least favorite if I move some of that stuff into it. Did you have a take on Keanu Reeves? You know, favorite? Nope, don't want to say anything. All right, next question.
I'm still trying to find your video. Rich Reviews asks, what is the best and worst Disney Channel original movie?
What is the best and the worst Disney Channel original movie? I don't know. I haven't seen any of them. I mean, I have, but I don't. It's not like a category of movies that I've watched. I'm old enough that I remember Mr. Boogedy from the 80s, and I remember The Boy Who Could Fly, and Not Quite Human. But I don't know if there were any Disney Channel movies. Those are just the movies that I kind of associated with the Disney Channel. So they did a Parent Trap 2, and I remember that one. But I don't think they were Disney Channel. I think that they were just these Disney straight-to TV movies. And so that's where some of it I go, oh, sorry about that.